Hi, and welcome back. Let's talk for just a moment about how you like to learn. Do you learn best by watching? Do you learn best by listening? Or do you learn best by getting involved and using your hands? Most of us have a combination of these three things. Some of us are very heavily weighted on just one. But it's important for you to know what your strengths are and what your preferences are so that you can try to tailor your learning experience to fit that as much as possible. Let me give you an example. If you are great at learning just by listening, then you're lucky to be part of our modern education system where a lot of learning, all the way from kindergarten through 12th grade and through college, is done by lectures. So what you can do is maximize your ability to learn by listening by taking advantage of some of the strategies that we'll talk about to learn by listening. Now, if you're a visual learner, then you can benefit from slideshows or presentations, videos that are shown during class, pictures in your textbooks, and those kinds of things. And you should focus your energy on those things to maximize what you learn from that and connect the rest of your learning, for instance, listening to the verbal lecture by connecting it to visual cues. If you're a hands-on or kinesthetic learner like I am, you may struggle in the traditional classroom setting because you're sitting there doing nothing and trying to absorb information through your ears and through your eyes. But there are still ways that you can make the most of your learning experience by creating opportunities and by focusing on opportunities to get your hands on the materials. And some great examples are when, for instance, in a science class, if you have lab work, use the lab time, the hands-on time, to really focus your energy on that and to translate the things that you've heard and that you've seen as you manipulate your experiments. Depending on your degree program, you may be able to also pick and choose courses that are better suited to your learning style. For instance, a hands-on learner will probably have a better experience in a geology course where they're handling rocks and going on field trips than they will in a chemistry class where they're sitting and using math and abstract concepts and learning in a lecture setting. So those are a couple of little things to think about. It's also helpful to do a little bit of research before you sign up for your classes and try and find a professor that teaches more to your learning style to give yourself every advantage that you can. Now, most of us aren't completely cut and dried. We learn in all three different ways, and most good professors will vary their presentation styles so that students from every learning style can benefit from it. Throughout the course, we'll look at ways that you can tailor your learning experience to fit the way that you learn, but take a few minutes right now and think about your experience in classes and the ways that you preferred learning and the ways that you enjoy learning so that as you're going through the course, you can really start to pick up some strategies to make the way that you like to learn work the best for you. Think back on your learning experiences of the past to try and get a handle on how you like to learn, whether it's by listening, by looking, or by touching. And that way, when you start into the meat of the course in the next lecture, you'll be able to look for ways to customize your own studying and learning to fit the way that you like to learn.